Where GoGoVan looks at moving people, we are really looking at moving goods, right? And in fact, we have ambitions that far beyond that. But, as a starting point, you come out IKEA, for example, and you just bought your furniture, your beds and all that, you obviously can put it in a taxi, right? Now, you've got to wait for IKEA to deliver it, and that might take a couple of days. They might be backlogged. Use a GoGoVan, right? We get it to you immediately, and it's delivered same day. So it's far more convenient.
Right. And how big is the scope of the business right now? How many drivers, how many vans are involved in this?
In Hong Kong itself, we started rolling out in Hong Kong about maybe 15 months ago.
Oh, okay.
There are about 35,000 freelance drivers.
35,000?
35,000. There's 70,000 registered, about 35,000 freelance.
Yeah.
We have now about 20,000 of them on the
platform. Do they all look like this? I don't see 35,000 of those.
These are our own. We put the wrap around them, but there are a lot of them. They are really just freelance drivers, and what we're really trying to do is to pick up the overflow capacity that they have.
And how does the business model work? I mean, I go on the app and I order a van
as
to
a
get
user,
my
exactly.
IKEA box.
You use the app as you would use an Uber.
How much does it cost me to get that flat pack from IKEA?
So there's a pricing structure already in place in Hong Kong, and so we map on top of that. In Hong Kong, it works via zone. So central to Cycle, for example, is one pricing. Now, there is some variety to that in terms of pricing, because it also depends on whether you need the driver to help you move the furniture, whether it's up 4 floors of a walk-up apartment.
So it's on the cart then. I mean, it's an add-on. It's basically an add-on.
You have the basic pricing and then you add-ons.
The pricing though, because most places, like IKEA, will deliver and assemble for a fee. Though, and as you said, probably a couple days later. Do you beat them on price? Does GoGoVan compete on price?
We don't. We beat them on efficiency. We beat them on being able to get it to deliver whatever you need delivered today. Right. So a lot more responsive in terms of timing-wise.
But historically, if I need something, a van for anything, I call somebody called, I don't know what it is in English, Gaike.
Yes, correct. Those are the guys that will
look at the chicken head on it?
Yeah.
That's the culture here, isn't it?
That's the call center. And I'm sure you've had experience with call centers. Just like you would when you want a taxi, you would use a taxi call center.
Yeah.
The service and the responsiveness is not always there.
It's not consistent.
Right? Exactly.
And the consistency of the drivers isn't there, because some of them are really rough and tumble.
Exactly.
Now, with 35,000 drivers, available to you, how do you guarantee that they're all polite and they,
We rate them.
Well, I guess you don't have to be polite to cargo, do you? You just have to be, deliver it in one piece. Right?
Yeah, but there is still that customer service. Obviously, if we're delivering something to you, right, into your home, we want our drivers to be courteous and clean and all of that.
Have uniforms? I mean,
we don't. But our users can rate them. So if a driver doesn't match up to what we expect them of, they're quickly blacklisted.
Okay.
Now,
so you do audits on them, right? Because you don't want somebody going, in the front door.
Absolutely. Now, Bernie, the other thing we want to try and do is move GoGoVan away from the concept of just delivering bulky furniture. We've had very interesting instances where people have used GoGoVan. So there was a customer, who went to the airport, and guess what? He forgot his passport. So instead of calling his wife, his passport, yes. So instead of calling his wife,
to get a passport?
That's right. And this was instant. It was almost reactive on his part. He used a GoGoVan, went to his home, picked up his passport, delivered to him at the airport, and he caught the plane.
What about dogs?
Yes, we do pets as well. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And pet furniture, that sort of thing?
All sorts of things, yeah.
Wow.
We even have
so your drivers are trained in pet handling as well?
Some of them are, yes. Yes.
So you try to match the need with the...
Correct. We have guys who are experienced, and it's all profiled.
How do you make money? I want to know how you make money.
So the basic transaction, basic revenue model is to take a percentage on the transaction itself, just like Uber. But then, once you start having...
So is it ad-based? It's non-ad based then, or how does it work?
So that's the core business model.
The core.
And then we have the adjacent revenue streams, right? Putting ads on the vans is another one. I mean, we see ads on minibuses, on buses, but not on vans so far, because as a owner-operator, you have no leverage with the ad agencies, right? And there's so far been no value proposition proven on vans, right? Ads on vans. We're trying to change that. So we're working with a couple ad agencies. We're trying to say we have 20,000 vans. We can deliver some kind of ad proposition to you.
Sydney, Melbourne are next on your list?
Sydney, Melbourne, and Seoul as well, within the next 6 to 7 weeks.
Okay.
And then the big ones, China, Japan, and India, first half of next year.